Hello everyone, and now welcome to Game 2 in the series between 120 versus Lucifer, Game 2 taking place here on Secret Valley. We'll see if Lucifer decides to open up with an unorthodox Dreadlord this time around as we do move on to Game number 2. Meanwhile, on the bottom left hand side we see 120, and it looks like he will be opening up with that standard Blade Master play. No big surprise there. Now, no surprise that we are looking at a Blade Master versus Death Knight on this particular map, and Secret Valley is a map that is generally favored by Orc players. Because of the double healing fountains on the bottom right and top left of this map, it is very easy for Orc players to regenerate hit points. The Blade Master, we'll see, essentially what happens is the Red Drake and the fountains generally favor high armor, high hit point units such as grunts because it is a percentage based heal. Death Knight now doing a little bit of wandering around here. It looks like he opened up with Death Coil first, and I'm not exactly sure what he's going to be doing. He's looking for where that Blade Master could possibly be, and now hiding on the top left, going to go after the Null Warden and just try and do a bit of denying. The skeletal minions are going to go straight after that Null Warden as well. Because of that medium armor, it is going to end up falling slightly faster. Same thing with this Null Warden down here. So going for the easier targets already. Meanwhile, the Blade Master is going after the Null Warden here. So both sides really wanting those very, very important items. They were hoping for either Claws of Attack or Rings of Protection, or excuse me, Claws of Attack or Gloves of Haste. That's what the Blade Master was looking for. Death Knight ends up getting a Ring of Protection, which is actually rather nice in this particular situation, since it allows him to heal faster than the damage being dealt by that Red Drake. Death Knight now gets up to level 2 and is now going to be wandering away as the Blade Master, now sitting at level 2, does in fact have Gloves of Haste, going to pick up a Circlet of Nobility and maybe even Boots of Speed while he's trying to clear out this particular creep camp. Death Knight wanders in, and oh, there is an Ogre Magi waiting for the kill there. Down to 93 hit points, not going to be able... I don't think he got it. I believe not 100% sure, should have held on to the Death Knight to see if he gained experience. I don't believe he got the experience though, as the Blade Master now going after that Death Knight. Unholy Aura on a Death Knight does allow him to escape the rest of the grunts, but the Blade Master should be able to get the random additional hit. Meanwhile, it looks like there is just a lot of lumber being harvested off to the north, and we are looking to build an army of Crypt Fiends. Crypt Fiends are very, very effective against the Wind Riders that we saw in Game 1, but I would be extremely surprised if we saw Wind Riders in Game number 2. Now the Blade Master is going to try and chase this Death Knight, but that Death Knight is just going to regenerate hit points much faster than the Blade Master can deal it. However, the Death Knight doesn't want to stick around the fountain far too long, as it will end up giving a full hit point Blade Master as well. Alright, Blade Master decides to back off. There he goes. Meanwhile, it looks like the grunts are going to be attempting to clear out this Ogre Magi creep camp, picking up an additional good item here. Alright, skeletal minions, Death Knight now making their rounds, Crypt Fiends being added as well. And the big problem with Crypt Fiends is that they do a fairly decent amount of damage, even though their attack speed is relatively low. Alright, Blade Master now trying to come in off over here, and it looks as though the Blade Master, uses that potion of healing relatively early on. That's something that you normally want to save for later fights, but instead he actually used it pretty early as a grunt does get taken down. Now the Death Knight has to be relatively careful here. He wants to save this Crypt Fiend, and it looks as though that Crypt Fiend may end up falling. Blade Master getting in a couple of free hits. Death Knight may end up wasting a Death Coil, and no, unable to get it as the critical strike from the Blade Master finishes the target. Death Knight with a little bit of an unlucky break there, as the Death Knight now getting up to Black Citadel, also grabbing that Lich, and will be able to get up a Slaughterhouse here in just a moment for those Obsidian statues and those Destroyers. Destroyers generally the bane of most Orc armies, as the grunts fall relatively fast. Raiders are strong against those destroyers, but you really can't have that many raiders out on the field. You need some spirit walkers as well to try and spread out that damage. Lich is nearby. Death Knight now pulling back here. The Blade Master is going to also have to deal with frost armor on the occasional hero and unit, making his damage just that much weaker. All right, Blade Master really nearby here. It doesn't, no, there is Dust of Appearance, and with that Dust of Appearance, I believe the Blade Master will be forced to get the heck out of there here in just a moment. Oh, there is the attack. Blade Master now ending up slowed a bit as the Blade Master now trying to get away. Blade Master is currently slowed down, but with a potion of greater healing on him, he was really never in any serious amount of danger. All right, there's the Death Coil to try and prevent that. The Blade Master unable to get the blow there, I believe, as the Lich... No! I take it back. The Blade Master ended up stealing both kills. You can see that the Lich has hardly any experience whatsoever. 48 experience from that first level 3 creep camp, but the level 5 and the second level 3 creep ended up giving the experience to the Blade Master. Death Knight and Lich are now significantly behind in terms of experience. Meanwhile, the Blade Master is trying his best to regenerate hit points, and yes, he is taking damage, but with that additional armor being at level 3 and also the Circlet of Nobility, he was able to regenerate those hit points without really putting himself in harm's way, even though he was taking damage from that Red Drake. Meanwhile, Shadowhunter, looking to get even higher up in level, will be relatively close to level 3 as he now picks up a Ring of Protection +2 for himself. Now, the strategy as things are going to unfold, we're going to take a look at the Obsidian statues coming out and morphing into destroyers. Those destroyers are going to be effective against the grunts, but as the grunts get transitioned into raiders, their effectiveness will fall off. The big question will be whether or not you even try to go for Spirit Walkers. Spirit Walkers and their Spirit Link is one of the best spells for Orc players. The big problem though is the fact that destroyers devour that and then end up dealing more damage to the units you were trying to protect. Let's take a look. Tome of Strength being picked up by that Shadowhunter now, as we're looking at a relatively simple army coming in from Lucifer. Lucifer now backing off, hoping to pull the Ogre Lord down the ramp here, as the Lich is sitting at level 2 with that all-important -2 armor. With that -2 armor, takes an additional 6% damage. Ogre Lord gets taken down very quickly, as we are now looking at the Django of Endurance. Endurance aura, everything is moving slightly faster and dealing slightly more attacking faster as well, as the Crypt Fiends are now looking to back off again. Shadowhunter sitting at level 3, hero advantage, definitely in favor of the Orc. Lich is only sitting at level 2. Death Knight still sitting at level 3, as the Blade Master only about 3.5 as well. All right, Shadowhunter, Blade Master looking to take down this Ogre Lord creep camp. We should see a couple of ensnares here preventing the Ogre Lord from really being able to retreat whatsoever. Shadowhunter healing that Blade Master, maximizing the damage, but really without... oh, what is this? A Pit Lord now added. All right, so a Pit Lord is not your typical hero whatsoever, and a beautiful Frost Nova Death Coil takes down a level 3 Blade Master. Now, the situation is reversed from game 1, where it is now in Lucifer's best interest to try and make the most of the situation. The Pit Lord is off over here. If the Pit Lord gets to level 2, Cleave or Howling Terror, both of those are effective builds. Rain of Fire or Howl of Terror, both of them really strong here, as we're now looking at a Watchtower gonna get focused down. All right, Orc Burrow and Fortified Armor on those Orc Burrows, making the destroyers not as efficient. But the problem now is that there is pressure to be had. The Voodoo Lounge quickly going to get taken down, doesn't have that many hit points, less than an Orc Burrow, as we are still looking at both sides continuing this fight. Destroyer down to 600 hit points, down to 500, but nothing that one quick Frost Nova cannot help. All right, we're looking at a Death Coil cannot help. Pit Lord now sitting at level 2, and are we gonna perhaps see Rain of Fire come in? Off to the north, you see Vampiric Aura on the Shadowhunter. Destroyer is up in the air, and we are now just looking whether or not 120 can hold off Lucifer's aggression. The Pit Lord at level 2 has taken a serious bit of damage, but a Death Coil quickly rectifies that. The Pit Lord does have a good bit of armor and a good bit of hit points for being only a level 2 hero. Alright, there's that Howl of Terror, or at least I thought I saw a Howl of Terror. All the units are now on a run as the Death Knight is leading this army with Unholy Aura and Endurance Aura. The attack move or the move speed of these units are extremely fast, but not faster than a speed scroll. Alright, Kodo Beast down to 258 hit points, now down forever as a quick Frost Nova Death Coil finishes that off. Lich now in a little bit of trouble in terms of mana, down to 90, but the damage has been done. Blade Master now back out on the field, but the time needed to resurrect that Blade Master and the lost creeping time will hurt that Blade Master as he is now looking for some perhaps easy targets. 50 over 60 supply compared to 48 over 50. We are looking at fairly even armies, but the control is still in Lucifer's court as he is now continuing to creep out the north side of the map. This Ogre Lord creep camp with the Ogre Lord missing, Blood Mage. I think that's a Blood Mage. You know what? All of the names of all the creeps now are temporarily escaping me. I do believe it was the level 7 is the Ogre Lord. But anyways, let's take a look back at this. Blade Master picks up a circlet of Rune Bracers now for that Blade Master, which is something I'm sure 120 would have liked to have on that Blade Master moments ago when he was getting hero nuked by the Death Knight and that Lich. Are the Lich and the Death Knight going to recognize that the Blade Master is no longer nearly as fragile to those hero spells? That is going to be an important question as the Raiders now quickly come in and get in some ensnares onto those Crypt Fiends. Alright, Howl of Terror. All the grunts, all the units now dealing significantly less damage as all of them are looking to fight this through. One very, very low hit point Crypt Fiend looks like he'll get a Death Coil and stay alive as the Death Knight of Lucifer opting to back out of this fight, not liking this engagement. Blade Master now going to use every opportunity he can to get ahead. If he can get a hero level on both the Shadow Hunter and the Blade Master, I think momentum may just switch his way. But what's this? There are no more creep camps available on this map. Death Knight at level 3, almost level 4. Lich about 3.5. Pit Lord about 2.5. Well, when I say no more creep camps, I do mean very, very low. Blade Master, is he going to be able to get there? Yes, he will. He is going to be able to get to level 4 pretty much over 6, by 6 experience. Meanwhile, the Shadow Hunter would really like to get to level 4 as well. Level 2 Healing Wave and level 2 Hex do make a big difference in those upcoming fights. Alright, it looks like Lucifer now adding in some shades to his army, getting to 66 over 70. Meanwhile, 120 is now still sitting at 48 over 60. And this training of extra units to get into low upkeep is going to catch 120 extremely off guard. He's not going to know that he is behind in terms of supply until it is too late as he's trying to train up more units. You can take a look. Wind Rider now being added, 55 over 60 now. The time to strike is now while you have about a 20 supply lead over your opponent. And while they're training up units, you can easily focus down the remainder. Kodo Beast slowly digesting a Crypt Fiend. He will get taken out. Blade Master now quickly using a Clarity Potion, wants a bit of extra mana, and there is a Shade to get taken out right there. Alright, Lich sitting at level 3. Death Knight sitting at level 3. Blade Master now trying to get away. Blade Master with those Rune Bracers not going to really take that much damage as the Blade Master now is going to be able to back off. You do see that he is currently cursed and not quite. Oh, and the Shades are what's. Wait, is this? No. Banshees are now out on the field. Are we going into mastery training on those Banshees? Yes, we are. So we could have some possession. All right. If you can possess a Kodo Beast, that would be a huge difference as we now quickly see a Howl of Terror. All right. Trying to take down some of these units there. There they go. Unit after unit is going down. Raider now going to get taken down. Massive damage debuff across multiple units as you see -2 and add in the curses as well, and not only are you missing your attacks, you're dealing less damage even if you do land the attack. This fight is pretty much gonna be over. -2 across multiple units, even with the war drums and whatnot, completely negating that effect. It looks like the Banshees are gonna slowly end up falling, but not before Lucifer gets into just a critical mass of units that 120 cannot handle. Death Knight now finishing off unit after unit. Blade Master looking to take down a couple of destroyers here, and it looks like, yes, it will get taken down. What's happening? Blade Master looking to take out a number of units. Blade Master trying to stay alive. Not going to be that useful, though, as even though he does have those rune bracers. Oh, wait, able to survive down to 58 hit points, but the GG is still given. There you have it. Lucifer taking game 2 and this best of 3 series 2-0. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Waiting for the final score screen. There you have it. The score, the hero score, making the ultimate difference there. Just a lot, that extra additional hero and that Howl of Terror debuffing all of those units. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope to see you guys on BattleNet.